Have you ever wondered if your body is trying to tell you something? A quiet message that's easy to miss? When it comes to our hearts, the warnings often don't shout. They whisper. Heart failure, in particular, often sneaks up with subtle signs that most people mistake for just getting older. But here's the thing. Experienced doctors have learned to listen for these whispers. They can often spot the hidden clues long before the situation becomes a crisis. If you are in your 60s, 70s, or 80s and want to protect your health for the long haul, knowing what to listen for could make all the difference in the world. In this video, we're going to reveal the 6 hidden signs doctors watch for that can signal your heart is starting to struggle. These are not the dramatic symptoms you see on television, like someone clutching their chest and collapsing. These are the quiet, everyday changes that might seem harmless at first. Learning to recognize them can help you or a loved one get help sooner, catch heart problems early, and continue to enjoy a longer, more active life. Please stick with me until the end, because this knowledge is one of the most powerful tools you can have. Whether you're already watching your health closely or you just want to feel more confident about the years ahead, these 6 signs are the warning lights every senior needs to know. Let's get started. Sign 1. The clue in your shoes and socks, unexpected swelling. One of the very first things that tips off a doctor to possible heart trouble is swelling in your feet, ankles, or lower legs. Now, this might not sound dramatic, but it's one of the earliest and most telling signs that your heart isn't pumping as strongly as it should be. Here's why it happens. When your heart struggles to keep blood moving efficiently, fluid can start to back up. And where does it collect first? Usually in the tissues farthest from your chest, your lower body. If you notice your socks leaving deeper marks than usual, your favorite shoes suddenly feeling tight, or a heavy, waterlogged sensation in your legs, these are all reasons to pay close attention. For many people, the swelling comes on so gradually that it's easy to brush off. My friend Harold, who is 78 and lives in Indiana, first noticed it when he started having trouble putting on his favorite pair of slippers. At first, he just thought it was a sign of getting older or maybe gaining a few pounds. But when the swelling got worse and he started feeling more tired than usual, his doctor immediately recognized it as an early warning sign of heart failure. Harold was surprised. It didn't hurt, and it didn't stop him from getting around. But that quiet swelling was his body's plea for help. Doctors know that persistent swelling is a signal that the heart's pumping power is declining. This is why your doctor will often press a finger into your ankle or shin at every appointment. They're checking for this exact thing. While many things can cause swelling, the kind linked to heart failure usually sticks around, gets worse as the day goes on, and doesn't disappear overnight. Most importantly, it's your body's way of sounding an alarm before things get dangerous. Early detection means there's a much better chance to manage the problem and prevent further damage. If you notice swelling in your legs or feet that's new, persistent, or just doesn't have a clear explanation, please don't ignore it. It could be your first clue that your heart needs some extra care. Sign 2. The mystery on the bathroom scale, sudden weight gain. Here's another red flag that doctors are always on the lookout for. A noticeable increase in weight over just a few days, often 3 pounds or more within a week. This kind of rapid weight gain doesn't come from indulging in a few extra desserts. Instead, it's a clear sign that your body is holding on to fluid because your heart can no longer keep up with its job. That extra fluid sneaks into your tissues and organs, making the number on the scale jump up quickly and without a good reason. Let me share the story of my friend Ruth, who is 80 and lives in Ohio. Ruth had always prided herself on maintaining a steady weight and weighed herself every morning just to keep an eye on things. One week, she was startled to see her weight shoot up by 5 pounds. She hadn't changed her eating habits at all. At first, she thought her scale must be broken. But her doctor explained that this sudden gain was a classic sign that her heart wasn't moving fluid the way it should. Doctors often ask people with heart concerns to keep a daily log of their weight because these quick changes provide a critical early warning. Catching this fluid buildup early allows your doctor to adjust medications and help prevent a trip to the hospital. Ignoring it can lead to serious problems like trouble breathing. The good news is that with regular monitoring, you could be the first line of defense for your own heart. If you see your weight jump up by a few pounds in just a couple of days, and you can't explain it with food or exercise, let your doctor know. That simple 2-minute habit of checking your weight can be a true lifesaver. If you're still watching and finding this valuable, would you mind commenting with a 2 below? It lets me know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I highly recommend you subscribe and hit that bell. Your support means the world. Sign 3. The pillow test worsening shortness of breath. Shortness of breath is something we all expect after a brisk walk or a day in the garden. But when your heart is struggling, this symptom often shows up in surprising ways. One of the key clues doctors watch for is breathlessness that gets worse when you're lying down flat. This isn't just a sign of being out of shape. It's your heart saying it can't keep up, especially when you're at rest. Let me tell you about my friend Walter, 76, from Virginia. Walter found himself in a nightly battle for breath. He started propping up more and more pillows at night because he felt smothered when he lay flat. Sometimes he'd even wake up suddenly, gasping for air, needing to sit up on the edge of the bed just to catch his breath. Walter shrugged it off at first, blaming it on allergies. But his doctor recognized this classic pattern as a warning sign. This type of shortness of breath is often caused by fluid backing up into the lungs. During the day, gravity helps keep some of that fluid in your lower body. But when you lie down, it redistributes and makes it much harder to breathe. Some people find they need to sleep in a recliner just to get through the night. Others notice they get winded from simple things like walking across the room or getting dressed. If you find yourself building a pillow fortress just to sleep or waking up gasping, it's time to listen to your body. Your heart and lungs are partners. When one struggles, the other feels the strain. Sign 4. The unrechargeable battery, sudden fatigue and weakness. Another sign that can tip off doctors to heart failure is a sudden, persistent fatigue that a good night's sleep just can't fix. You might find yourself running out of energy, doing things you used to handle with ease. Simple chores like folding laundry or walking to mailbox suddenly feel like running a marathon. This is a deep, unshakable exhaustion that lingers. Let me share the story of my friend Beverly, who is 82 and lives in Florida. Beverly always took pride in her active life, but over a few weeks, she noticed she just couldn't keep up. Watering her flowers felt exhausting, and making her bed left her breathless. When she told her doctor about this profound new fatigue, it led to tests that revealed her heart wasn't delivering enough oxygen-rich blood, the body's fuel, to her muscles and organs. Doctors know that when your heart begins to weaken, this is the result. It's a kind of tiredness that sleep can't fix, and pushing through just makes it worse. Beverly described it as feeling like her battery just wouldn't recharge, no matter how much she rested. If you notice a sudden, ongoing lack of energy, especially when it comes with other changes like swelling or breathlessness, it's so important to mention it to your doctor. Fatigue is your body's way of asking for help. Please don't ignore its call. If you're still here with me and finding this helpful, would you mind commenting with a for below? And a gentle reminder to subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Sign 5. The cough that comes from the heart, persistent coughing or wheezing. A nagging cough that just won't leave you alone, especially one that brings up white or pink tinge phlegm, is another sign doctors look for when they suspect heart trouble. Many people brush this off, blaming it on allergies, a cold, or dry air. But when your heart starts to fail, fluid can back up into your lungs, leading to a persistent cough or a wheezing sound. This isn't just a seasonal annoyance. It's a subtle but important clue. Consider my friend Irene, 79, from Missouri. When she started coughing every day, she thought it was just her asthma acting up. She tried everything, but nothing helped. It was only when she also noticed her ankles swelling and felt short of breath that her doctor put the pieces together. Her cough wasn't coming from a lung problem alone. It was coming from her heart's inability to keep up. Doctors call this a cardiac cough. It's usually worse when you're lying down. Sometimes it produces a frothy, pink-tinged mucus, which is a sign that tiny blood vessels in your lungs are leaking. If you have a cough that just won't go away, especially if it comes with other warning signs, listen to your body. Sometimes a cough is more than just a cough. It's a signal from your heart that it needs help. Sign 6. When your stomach sends a warning, loss of appetite, and nausea. One of the most surprising and easily overlooked signs of heart failure is a sudden loss of appetite or feeling full after just a few bites of food. Many people think changes in appetite are just part of getting older, But when the heart starts to struggle, it can affect nearly every part of your body, including your digestive system. Let me tell you about my friend Gerald, 80, from Texas. Gerald loved his big Sunday breakfast, but he started noticing he just wasn't hungry anymore. Even his favorite meals felt like a chore, and he'd feel nauseated or bloated after only a small amount. His doctor recognized these changes as a warning. Here's why. When the heart can't keep up, blood flow to your stomach and intestines is reduced, making digestion sluggish. Fluid can also build up in your abdomen, creating pressure that leads to feelings of fullness and queasiness. If you or a loved one notice meals being skipped, pants getting looser without trying, or nausea without a clear reason, it's time to talk to your doctor. Eating is about fueling your body for strength, healing, and joy. If that joy is gone, it could be a sign your heart needs attention. If you're still watching this video, thank you so much. Please comment with a 6 below. Your support helps us continue to create this important content. Final thoughts. As we wrap up, I want you to remember that knowledge is one of your most powerful tools. Recognizing these warning lights early can make all the difference for your health and independence. Every symptom we discuss might seem small on its own, but together, they can tell a much bigger story. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself or for a loved one if something feels different. You are the expert on your own body. Trust your instincts and don't hesitate to ask questions. Doctors depend on what you share with them. Take these signs seriously, but don't let them scare you. Instead, let them empower you to be proactive and to partner with your healthcare team. There's strength in knowing and courage in facing these realities head-on. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today. Reading your comments gives all of us so much encouragement. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.